gestures at your guys' armor. That you're used to a scrap or two.
Not.
You guys fought some shamblers on the way here. No offense, she says to Irina. None taken? She tilts her head confusedly. What else can you do, aside from modest healings and keeping yourselves free of the plague? She says, talking towards Mina.
I can make bombs.
Do you know how to make black powder?
No.
She frowns at that.
But if you have one amongst your number, I'd be willing to learn.
By the Newman, no. And that's sort of the predicament we're in currently.
My family ran an apothecary back home. I have some knowledge in basic medicine.
She corks an eyebrow at that. Really?
Yes. My skill set is specifically with this, and I just read the alchemist supplies I have.
She begins rubbing her chin contemplatively.
I have a way with nature and animals, and more prevalent to everything, I was able to take how to describe it, a blast from the larger ones, without really taking any damage.
The dispersers, as the people have taken to calling them. Dispersers is the full term, colloquially. Ain't that right, Lawrence? Who the guard nods, the one masked and kitted up.
Did Denver tell us about the footprints? All of us?
Footprints?
Yes. About the ones that lived.
Yes.
I believe so.
Yep.
I believe Denver made a discovery about those on the way here.
Seems like sometimes they don't necessarily die when they explode.
She frowns at that, furrowing her brow. Yo, Boone, still. Yeah, it should be a flock of crows. This is fine, though. Life has never been easy for free homers, and it won't start now. She looks back to Eugen. If you can take a fight, you're good anywhere. That's good. Take pride in that.
Gives a nod. I'm just like, alright.
Roma says Romalie her capabilities.
Roma describes her Romanus and does not mention the doll. Dear God.
I make the pizza.
And then I said the pizza with my rapier.
She does remark for Roma's capabilities. So you might be good at sleuthing through a city. Might have use for that. She looks to Badger. And what's of you, Goblin? What can you do? You are muted, cop, just so you know. He's a muted boy.
I did not realize it was muted that whole time.
Oh,
so you're like Garth last night.
Yes. Badger will say, I can fight, I can sneak, and I'm pretty good with leather tools.
He quirks an eyebrow at the last point. Leather?
Yeah. What's so odd about that?
Nothing, just not something I would expect from a goblin.
Not gonna say it.
What a traps. Do you know your way around past or through them? Are you good at spotting them?
I'm willing to try. It's never really come up.
Fair enough. She thinks for a moment. I find value in your healers. She gestures at those of you that Mina and Karadok and those of you that have healing capabilities. But to handle the symptoms, doth not a plague go. She thinks for a second, thinking if that sounds properly Eulonian enough. We need to start treating things in a more efficient manner. That's the bottom line of this. having you heal 1 or 2 or 5 or however many people you got, it won't do nothing. I need people that can go out and solve other problems, things that can alleviate things in the long run. And as you can tell, I have scarce manpower. Captain Herman has been insistent on keeping a majority of the forces. Duly so, don't get me wrong, but I'm still going to groan, bitch, and whine about it. So, now arriving onto my lap are all of you. I need you guys to do a set of tasks. If not, I have a couple of other teams I could still send out, but certainly keeping one team around is better. You guys know yourselves best. There's no point in micromanaging you. She looks to you, Denver. We don't have anyone in our force that knows how to make black powder, but the anarchists do. And it's those anarchists we need to talk to. We're running out of bullets. Amongst other crafts.
So,
If you guys are daring or stupid, no offense, enough, we do need someone to go negotiate with some of the anarchists. Just be advised, they're not exactly... They're not quite all there. They might be eagerly willing to shake your hand and agree to a short-term friendship, or they might be willing to slip you a bomb in your back pocket without you noticing until it's too late. They're wily folk. These bandits on the woods kept to their own. But even the anarchists don't treat one another right.
I presume that none of your men have had any contact with them, aside from conflict.
We have. There. Trades, really. Alliance is convenient, short-term. No, we need an ongoing supply of black powder and munitions. If not, then what little supply we have will finish out. And then we'll be sitting ducks.
How many days do you imagine you have left?
That I don't know. Herman has the larger inventory. I have what's here. Some spare. But I know a problem when I see it. If we can swing it, it'll be helpful for the entire guardsman cause. And maybe more importantly, it might keep the anarchists busy so they stop putting fucking traps everywhere.
What have you traded so far with them? What do they need?
That's a good call.
Or rather,
Loot. Monetary possessions. They don't seem to be starving, somehow.
And they do not need medical supplies.
They die. That's it. They just die.
Alright, fair enough.
We don't have much to negotiate with. What I'm asking you is really trying to... She grimaces. Pander to them. Set up a negotiation based on their fickle and wily whims. Where they might still agree to a position where they're clearly in the disadvantage. She shakes her head. I'm not saying it's an easy task. Before you try to figure out an impossible task, allow me to tell you the other prospects. Things that might be a bit more fruitful. There was... She thinks of how to say it. I guess you call them a holdout group. People that weren't with us, the anarchists, the zealots, but they're still stuck here. Don't know what happened to them, but from what I heard from some of the refugees out here, they had some gear, important gear, that I would like to get our hands on. I didn't hear that they left the city. None of Herman's I guess you call them perimeter scouts or outriders, have given such reports. And it's not a small group of people either. I want to find out what happened to them. And if possible, salvage their equipment.
Do you know of who they were before everything? Were they gods,
They're-
thieves, farmers,
Miners.
miners?
Would they have
What would
access
miners
to
do?
explosives and the knowledge to make them as well, being miners?
She shakes her head. Nah. Explosives in this city are dangerous for the purposes of mining. It's inconsistent soil and stone around here. Very easy to
Ah.
collapse.
I see.
Even when with support beams. So it's always a more guided effort. But I heard they had dwarven mining equipment somehow. And you all know dwarves. They're very good at skulking in the earth. I don't know how truthful that claim is, but regardless, I at least want to find out what happened to them. Some score of them, maybe more, just disappeared. It's not right. Something happened to him. Captain, it's not Mamoru. Yes, ma'am.
And who is Mamoru?
She like exacerbatedly sighs and looks at the guard. Mamoru is just refugee gossip. Don't get me wrong, I believe in superstition and things like that. There's a block out there, southwest of here. People have taken to call it Mamoru because people keep disappearing in it. With all the death and chaos that's been kicked around out here, there's no surprise that some specter or ghost has spawned from it. Yes, that is the spelling.
Yeah, Murmur Row. The row of murmurs.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am. That's not the task I'm giving to you. The last thing, and she looks to you, Karadok, that your medical eye might be able to discern. We got word from some refugees that there is a pharmacy due west of here. Overgrown and infested. But they spotted through some of the breaks in the walls and ruin a cache, a stockpile of potions.
Ah,
Denver's ears prick up.
Not a small amount either, enough to house a whole pharmacy. Proper
that
like.
would be significant.
Something that would catch your apothecary and your alchemist ears, you two. Potions in this setting don't last a long time. Not naturally.
Mhm.
They expire. Depending on how good the crafter is, they will expire even faster.
Do
If
you
there are
know-
potions in there that are still good, that means the person that made them was very good, but the catch is it's an inverse relation. The better they are, the longer they last. They might be really
Right.
good, but they last 10 minutes from craft.
Right.
But if they're really good and last a long time, then that guy was probably a hidden Grandmaster Alchemist in disguise, which is probably not going to be the case. So what she's
So
asking...
more than likely is it's not the most effective, but they last a long time. So you have a shit ton.
That's what you want you guys to find out.
Right.
If there's any
Right?
good ones
Any
there.
random person sees red potion good. That's not the case. So she's asking you to deduce how good are they, magnitude, and how good are they, longevity.
Addressing the group, our party, I would say that would be a matter of some urgency, as they probably would not last very long. And if they do last, we should
probably
probably
not. That great.
Any, we'll take anything.
A matter of some urgency, regardless.
Considering
Definitely
that
something that
urgency, it's-
sounds like you and I can help out with too.
Yes, considering that urgency, it should probably come before the black powder. As well as
If
it might give
it's-
us a resource to trade. Possibly.
if it is a well-stocked apothecary, there may be other ingredients there that can be utilized to make more as needed.
Snap my fingers and point at you.
Or perhaps they've been contaminated. Captain, you said this location's off be overgrown. She nods. Very. If you go there, you'll be looking for a fight. But seeing as you guys just came out of the plague district, it'll be a familiar enough one.
Any different from what we've been doing?
Judging on
Irina. Sorry, go on.
Based on the very rough direction she's given us, and where we were before, it's not the same like pharmacy as like where we saw like the fellas bringing bodies to, right?
That was a
That's
depot.
like way far away.
No, you guys are You guys are not in the plague district anymore. You guys are well far in court from it.
Is it known to whom these apothecary belonged to before it got infested?
I didn't make that approximation yet. This is relatively new news. You might try talking to some of the refugees around here. Some of them are local. They likely knew who the pharmacist was.
Yes. I should do that. Looking at Denver, we should do that. Nodding eagerly.
We should do that.
If it be of any consideration to you, all of you, I can probably go try to get them supplies and you all can talk to the anarchists. Thou surely don't mean by thyself. No, sis. But the captain says she has people, huh? I do. I mean, it just sort of like gives like a, oh, there you go, sort of look. You guys may roll insight if you're so curious.
Yeah, I definitely want to, because it sounds like she's become more dour the last every time she talks, actually.
The worst I've rolled
Let's
today.
go.
We got some good rolls. We got some 18s and some 19s and some 16s and some... Let's stop there.
Are you just gonna list every number?
I said I'll stop there.
Mina's not a particularly good... She's not really a liar in general. So I guess you would... Except Caradoc. All caps.
Sorry, P. Caradoc.
Yeah.
It's not been a good past 24 hours for Mina.
Keeps getting sick.
No. The sickness is the easy part. Let's see. In the past 24 hours, Irina got clear for being safe, which she still thinks is fucking stupid, especially in a containment zone. Or not a containment zone, a hospital ward, like here. She found out that one of you is a traitor and the other one an abettor of said traitor. She likely is, how to say, taking a step away from all of you. She's here to help. You guys are aligned to that. She just doesn't need to help with you guys.
I think I've already proven I ain't the best at talking. I don't want to exacerbate things with these anarchists. I was actually thinking I might be better suited for looking for those miners or the supplies or what have you.
I'm inclined to go see those supplies. What else I might be able to find there?
Whatever we find at the apothecary would be of tremendous help in treating the people here, so I think that should take priority.
Let's see. Hawk and Jin, you guys can, with these insight rolls, sort of discern Mina gritting her teeth as you guys are saying all that.
We're here to support you. It's like, please stop supporting me.
No, it's not that. It's more of like you guys are sort of taking what options that she actually can contribute in.
Yeah.
If her goal is to stay away from you guys, she's not a good talker either, so she's not gonna do the anarchist shit. So, and she's also not good at
it's the pharmacy or maybe the miners.
She's not good at tracking either. She's not from a city.
Yeah.
So you
there'll
got
probably be conflict in that direction somehow.
So what are we have 3 options? Is that right?
Correct.
It's
Yes.
the alchemist, the pharmacy.
You guys could go investigate Murmur Row if you guys could think you
Yeah.
could take on a fucking revenant, but
So
Hard
we
mode.
have talk to the anarchists.
correct.
We have
They want
whatever the
black
hell
powder
happens to the
Look for
miners.
the miners. And we have check out that apothecary cache.
Yeah.
Mina was going for that cache. Is that right?
Correct. Because it's one of the things that she's like, I can secure a box and bring it back. Easy. I'll bet she's not going to be much help in discerning how good they are, but if you
But
just
she
bring them,
it back.
yeah, if you just bring it back, anyway, a lot of people here can do it, right? So
Just take everything.
yeah, it's a catch-all solution.
Theoretically,
You guys
we can
call.
still split, but I think we should be precise with how we split if we did that.
You-
But
you
also, I
guys
don't think
can't-
we should
you guys-
split.
You guys can still split because I will give you the heads up that Fires doesn't want everyone to split up. Not necessarily like a narrative role reason, but like it's not good for peace is good for the soul. Violence and war usually aren't good. Sometimes they are, but not in this case.
Sometimes they're good. Not right here.
As I said, fury can be good for the soul as well. But fury is different than just harboring a grudge.
Just being obsidian your spaghetti.
Being a bitch, yeah.
I mean,
So if you guys want to force Mina's hand, it is still accompanying you guys. That's in the cards as well. Because she can't do the other options.
ignoring her wishes, I would really like to check out the pharmacy.
Same.
I think it's probably the best starting point because
Nice.
it's probably going to
I
have
will-
physical conflict.
I
So
will
being
say
able to do that while
these missions are finite. Like you guys don't have to pick one. You're not going to be able to just bounce into all 3. She's
Oh,
going to
really?
she's gonna have she can't wait for you guys to do all 3.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Right?
Oh.
The war's on. You guys have to pick one, and that's the one you're doing. You're not going to bounce around. Right? If you guys aren't going to negotiate the anarchist, she's going to pick the most charismatic amongst her number, or some of the refugees that are willing to agree to help, and then send them. And then I will do the roles and determinations. I'm trying to set up like a turn faction or turn order. Or no, not a turn order. A faction turn, that's what it's called, from Stars of Outnumber.
We have come full circle from the first campaign.
Yeah, because we did in the first campaign. Yeah. But the thing is, it was too clunky in the first campaign, but I do like the strategic aspect of it, right? So it's like, okay, she sent off people to do the shit. They fucking failed. And the thing is, now I played in Soup, so now I know that 2d6 system, and not fully, but I know that it's there, and it can be workable, so I might start doing... I don't know, that's something for me and outside the game. But yeah, so what mission you guys pick is the one you're doing, the other ones will get resolved,
We'll take
good
care of,
or
yeah.
bad.
The only other thing that I have to input about which one we do is, I mean, I definitely would like to see the anarchists and meet them. However,
Yes.
both as a player and a character, I don't know how much I would contribute. One, because it's, I mean, conversation is the main thing.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of talking. Well, okay, no, it will be a lot of. I really hope there's not a trap around the next corner and talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I am unfortunately not charismatic, but also talking to the only people that are charismatic amongst us, I think, are people that cannot
Okay.
talk to the anarchists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like mechanically raise your hand if you are charismatic. Caradoc raises his hand.
Mm.
Oh, I guess
Anarchy.
probably Eva.
Eva, yeah,
State.
But then it's like the NPCs are talking to themselves, kind of thing.
Mhm.
It's like we could have just sent other people to handle this if that was the situation.
Yeah.
I think in terms of involvement, I'm looking at the other two as everyone
Yeah, absolutely.
would be a lot more involved.
I feel we have
And
like
then-
a slight leaning with maybe the miners because of the tunnels we were in. Like I feel those two might be connected factions. But...
you guys, I was how to say this?
Spoiler alert!
Tunnel rats.
Spoiler alert! I can't breathe.
Captain Loyce will have special people that are more specialized in tunnel exploration, if need be. Because guess who made those tunnels? Those tunnels weren't there before the Civil War.
Mhm.
Okay, no, some of them were. But a lot of the network you guys are just in, they were not.
So I mean, I'm definitely leaning towards the pharmacy.
That being said, she didn't say the miners were in the ground. She just they were seen on the streets. They were seen on the streets.
They just are miners, so we know
they
they'll
just,
be
happened, they just happened to be miners. They didn't dig around everywhere and like fucking Minecraft.
I thought they were just little moles.
They're like
No.
mole people.
No, because there's no food.
I'm trying to figure
There's no food underground, right? So
They're not dune worms.
I'm trying to figure like what from the concept of a miner they would do as a survival thing.
yeah, that's a good approach.
Yeah. Which is
Dig
why I was
the
asking like, what
bolts.
jobs to do.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, genuinely,
use
like,
all the
dig
iron
trenches
to
or
make
entrenchments and
swords.
stuff would actually probably be good.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say to
for a
eat it.
time.
I'm not gonna lie.
Optimize ventilation.
Optimize ventilation.
So
Um,
let's make this quick, clean, and simple. Type
Yep.
1 in roll 20 chat if you guys want to go talk to the anarchists. That's the first one presented to you. Type 2 for the miners, and then 3. Wait, was it miners or apothecary first?
You said
it was
Anarchists, equipment, and then pharmacy 3.
Okay, so yeah, pharmacy.
There you
is
go.
three. Thank you.
Damn it.
I just wanted to go in the order I presented them to you.
Yeah.
Which I didn't realize when I was designing all of this. Actually, some of you guys are actually specialized in certain aspects of it. Not intentional, but hey, good storytelling. Thanks, Shakespeare.
Cheek.
I feel that anarchists
welcome.
just-
Shakespeare is the
You're welcome.
Shakespeare is the guy that said no story is original, and he's right.
Uh,
I should call my spirit.
Once again, the anarchist. Among you.
I feel like in the long term, the anarchists are potentially the most valuable as well. Because, like, oh, cool, we got you a bunch of healing supplies. We are now out of bullets.
Yeah,
we will
these are
die in the
all-
next 2 days.
To use
They're all
Mass Effect 3 terms,
viable.
these are all war assets. Like they're all valuable.
I
Just in
don't know
different
how
ways.
realistic it is, but I would love to be able to learn how to make black powder, or at least start.
If you do, you're gonna have to start using your intelligence and place your wisdom.
No.
That's all. That's like scientific, like periodic table alchemy, as opposed to your like
And-
natural essence crafting.
That's fair.
Because you do make explosives, it's just not black powder, so you can't use that natural essence to make bullets. Which is what they need.
But why are you waiting for Jin? Just vote.
Is it a
I
vote?
think it's just you left.
Yeah? What? Oh,
voted.
Hawk already voted. I'm stupid. Don't worry about me.
Why are you waiting? Okay.
You shut the fuck up.
It can still tie very easily.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
the problem is I'm leaning towards the tie.
That's fine.
I mean, if that's your vote, that's your vote.
Yeah, like if you guys have ties, that's perfectly fine. Like it's accounted for.
Don't metagame it.
Oh my god, stop talking. Not sure.
You guys discuss it. And as you guys discuss it, so the guards all stay. Captain Loyce stays. Irina stays. Your other NPCs stay. Well, it doth seem we're at an impasse.
No one wants to save a bunch of miners.
Just you.
Looking at Jen and Badger, you guys want to go talk to a bunch of crazies?
Yeah, I feel like I fit in with them.
Well, you, yeah, but him. Just from Jen.
It's a
Would
very
you lose your
difficult.
sense with your hat too?
I think it's a difficult thing to argue with them, but in the long term, having weapons and defenses might be more valuable. I
One
think they
cannot
would be.
reason with dishonesty and insanity.
Dishonesty, yes. Insanity, not so much.
I
Meh.
just think we
maybe.
should go for the pharmacy because we've got a time limit on that. We don't know how long those are gonna last.
There's
You
always
guys all-
time.
Just
Hmm?
you guys can just go talk to the anarchists, and then me and some others can go get the supplies. Eva looks at you guys with like a knowing look, like she's not very good at lying. She's not good at lying.
Like, yeah, we kind
Well,
of
she's
know
not-
like, she probably
she's
wants to do it.
I mean, I guess she's not technically lying. She's just
She's omitting
trying.
the truth.
She's not admitting the truth either. She's just not stating her intent.
Omitting
Not
her
verbally
truth,
saying
probably better.
it. I understand that, but I'm more useful getting supplies that I know what's
But if
good
she
and
just
what's
brings
bad.
the supplies here, then it's fine. We can check it out when we get back.
And what
Are
if
you
she's
going to
wasting arm
carry
space
an
carrying
entire-
things? Exactly.
Are you going to carry an entire supply storage room without knowing what to pick, without knowing what to leave?
What if you bring back just duds and there was a good slot right next to you?
There's also
just
the
grab
chance
them
that
all
what
then,
you
huh?
bring- There's also a high chance that what you would bring in back could be contaminated, infected, or altered in some way.
Which is why no one's going to use
Bring
it
it-
till you two take a look at it. Fair enough.
I do not wish to speak with madmen and lunatics.
I will put in your NPCs as votes, although Mina's is obviously a bit of a
Yeah.
different.
3, but only if I can go. 3 asterisks.
I don't know what Eva would actually pick, because she's not an apothecary herself. She doesn't want to talk to madmen either.
It's risking
But
the
she's-
fingers, I guess.
she's
Helping
aligned with
miners is
Jen.
just good work.
But there is value in having weaponry, right?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, Eva doesn't want to be here at all. She wants to be on the guard, the other guard side. But
Yeah, true.
She's dealing
Yeah,
with what
it's-
she's been given.
You and me both.
Does she believe if we do not have armaments that they could survive with the pharmacy or the potential miners and what they bring for a notable period of time?
well, let's take that into game. Eva holds like the last vote. I don't know if it's a determining vote. I don't think so, but she is a vote, and it does seem like it's pretty contested right now, right?
Hmm.
Actually, she is a deciding vote because
Is it really?
yes, it's two. Yeah, it's 2 3s, 2 2s, and 2 1s.
Oh my god!
We're
And then
perfectly
Mina's,
split.
who's is
Mina
only
doesn't.
if I go.
Yeah, Mina is like, I'm a 3, but only if the other 3s are 3s.
Exactly. I'm 3, but only if I can go.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, I didn't.
What
okay.
about Devastator Fist? What's his vote?
let me
I would at O, but I don't want to start this Saturday.
just send him anarchists,
4.
miners, or pharmacy.
I see.
The best part is I can
issue.
totally see O doing that. I can totally see O doing that. Okay,